In this video, we're going to learn about subtracting decimals. So at the top of the next clean page in your notebook, go ahead and write down subtracting decimals. In the first example we're going to look at, there are two decimal grids and it asks us to find the difference. Hold up your hands with me and repeat difference, subtraction, difference, subtraction. So we know that when it's asking us to find the difference, we're going to subtract. Before we can start this, we need to look at our decimal grids and with our pencil tool, mark off as we count each column by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Below, I'll write 40 and put a decimal and 0 in front of it because I know this stands for 40 hundredths. With a decimal, zeros at the very end, we can erase or ignore, so I can also write this as 0 and 4/10. Looking at the next one, I'll count the columns by tens, 10, 20, and then count the rest by ones, 21, 22, 23. Below, I'll write 0 and 23 hundredths. I'm now ready to find the difference, so I'll start by writing 0 and 4/10. Below it, I'm going to write 0 and 23 hundredths, making sure I line it up by the decimal point. 2, 3, subtract. Just like with adding decimals, I want to make sure that both of my numbers have the same amount of digits. If I look up top, 1, 2, my second number has 1, 2, 3 digits. So to make it even, I will put a 0 up top. I will now start subtracting all the way to the right. 0 minus 3. 0 and 3. 3 is the bigger number. Bigger numbers on the bottom. You got a problem. Go next door to regroup. I'll come over to the 4, turn it into a 3, and give that group to the 0, making it a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring my decimal straight down, and 0 minus 0 is 0, giving me a final answer of 0 and 17 hundredths. For this next example, we're going to use this word problem. In September, my dog ate 19 2/10 pounds of dog food. In October, he ate 26 75 hundredths pounds of dog food. How much more food did he eat in October than September? To start, I'm going to start with our understand step. So I want to go through and circle any important numbers. And I also want to underline the question, how much more food did he eat in October than September? For plan, I know that the phrase how much more tells me I'm going to subtract. And so now I'll go ahead and solve. I'm first going to write how much he ate in October, 26 and 75 hundredths. Below, I'll fill in how much he ate in September, 19 2/10, starting with the decimal to the left, 9, 1, and the tens place, 2. I want to make sure that both of my numbers have the same amount of digits, so I need to add a 0 in the hundredths place. Now I can start subtracting all the way at the right. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. Bring my decimal straight down. 6 minus 9. 9 is the bigger digit. Bigger numbers on the bottom, you got a problem. Time to regroup. I'll go to the 2, make it a 1, and then give that group to the 6, making it a 16. 16 minus 9 is 7, and 1 minus 1 is 0. In some blank space, I'll write my final answers, 7 and 55 hundredths.